Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another stream. And today we are live for the 245th, I think, Milan derby, as it is blue versus red, as the city of Milan divides into blue and red. It's a massive game in Serie A. Of course, Inter with the opportunity to go top of the table on goal difference. AC can go second, 2 points behind the league leaders Roma. But this is such a huge game in Serie A. Just the title race in this league at the moment. It's so good. It's entertaining to watch. There's changes every week. There's twists and turns every week, and it's just absolutely brilliant to see. Serie A, and especially the title race in Serie A, just twisting and turning every single week. This is going to be a huge game. We all know how spicy Milan derbies can be, and like I said, it just should be a very good game, really. And both of these teams would have seen the results so far this weekend. To be fair, I think the only team that dropped points was Napoli. Well, the Napoli one as well. Let me get. I actually don't know the results. I haven't really seen. Let me have a look actually. But yeah, both of these teams would have seen the results this weekend. Obviously, got Roma winning earlier, Napoli winning, Bologna up. Bologna are even up there now. The only team you could say that dropped points is Juventus, but is Juventus really in the title race? I wouldn't say they are, in my opinion. But I wouldn't write them off. I know they are quite a bit behind, 7 points behind, but 7 points is still doable for Juve. But we're gonna have to see. But yeah, should be a good game hopefully. And the players are walking out now, so let's hand over to myself for the commentary of the Milan derby. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to San Siro here in Milan, where the city of Milan divides into blue and red. It is a huge game in the title race. Inter with the opportunity to move top of the table going into the next game week. AC Milan currently falling a little bit behind at the moment, but the win for them today, they can go second and they can go above their city rivals and just 2 points behind the league leaders, Roma. Meeting 245 between these two great rivals. Absolute legends have played in this game, the likes of Maldini, Shevchenko, Ronaldinho, R9, etc. This game means everything to everybody connected with these two huge, massive, successful football clubs. And let's see what happens in the latest edition of the Derby della Madonnina, aka the Milan Derby. So let's run through the team news, and we'll start with Inter Milan. Their last game was a 2-0 victory before the international break against Lazio. Christian Chivu goes with Jan Sommer in goal. It's a back three. Manuel Akanji on loan from Manchester City alongside Francesco Acerbi and Alessandro Bastoni. Augusto, Barea, Çalhanoğlu, Sukic, who's been good in recent games, and DiMarco completing the Nzuri midfield. And the front two tonight is Marcus Thuram alongside the captain, Lautaro Martinez. As for AC Milan, Massimiliano Allegri, who's got a decent record against Inter, he goes with Magnon in goal. A back three, the former Chelsea and Derby defender Fikayo Tomori, alongside Gabbia and Pavlovic, Salamakers, Fofana, Luka Modric plays his first Milan derby, same with Rabiot, and then Batistaghi completes the midfield. And Rafael Leao, who is the main man for Milan, is alongside the former Chelsea man, Christian Pulisic. Of course, the referee tonight is Simeone Souza. And of course, some big names on the bench for both sides. Of course, the likes of Nkuku, Loftus-Cheek, etc. I mean, looking at that Milan bench, it isn't too strong. It's not really as attacking, to be honest. So they do need some more attackers on the pitch. They might struggle with that, AC Milan. But Inter have got some big players on the bench. Angion Boni, Zielinski, Henrique, Bisek, Divrai, and more, really. And of course, the last meeting between these two coming in the Coppa Italia in April, where AC Milan won 3-0. AC Milan actually went unbeaten against Inter last season. They beat them in the Super Cup, unbeaten in the league. And of course, Milan beating Inter in the Coppa Italia. The last time Inter beat AC Milan, you have to go back to the 16th of September 2023, where Inter won 5-1. But we are now underway in the 245th edition of the Milan Derby. Inter against AC, the Nerazzurri against the Rossoneri. And I am gassed for this game. And hopefully this game should lighten up the mood after a certain football team ruined my weekend. Here's Leao. Pavlovic plays it back to Mike Maignan for AC Milan. Çalhanoğlu wins it back for Inter. Of course, Inter classed as the home side tonight. And of course, as well, this will be the last, it's not the last game, but it's the one of the last games to be played at San Siro. Of course, before the San Siro eventually does get knocked down for the new one to be built, hopefully from when Italy and Turkey host the Euros in 2031 or 2. I think it's 2032, I'm not sure. Of course, just a reminder of the results so far this weekend. Danilo De Rossi taking charge in his second game for Genoa, a 3-3 draw away at Cagliari. Bologna into the top 4 after beating Udinese 3-0. Not a great result for Luciano Spalletti and Juventus, but Rafael Palladino's first game at Fiorentina, decent result for them. Fiorentina won, Juventus won. It ended in Firenze yesterday. Also last night, the champions Napoli beating Atalanta Viola is the manager of Fiorentina, isn't it? I was getting confused. Palladino took charge of his first game of Atalanta, didn't he? But it didn't end great for him as they lost away at the champions. But I think most people knew that was going to be a tough game for him in his first game. So yes, of course, that was 3-1 to Napoli. And of course, Fiorentina drawing 1-0 against Juventus. And then today, Parma beating Hellas Verona 2-1. Big win for them. Roma at the top as it stands, beating Cremonese 3-1. And of course, Lazio winning earlier 2-0 against Lecce. 2 more games to come. 5:30 tomorrow for Torino Como. Then 7:45, Sassuolo taking on Pisa. As it's an early opportunity. Berea has a go. Cleared away. Comes out here to Sutic. Telly's a bit loud, isn't it? Let's turn it down. DiMarco puts it into the box, trying to find Thuram, who's in there. Oh, what a save from Maignan. And it's Inter who had the first chance of the game. And the Frenchman, Marcus Thuram, nearly giving Inter the lead on Derby Day. Great ball into the box. He does really well to generate power on that header. Here's Luka Modric playing his first Milan derby, of course, signing for AC Milan was it on a free? I'm not sure, but of course he signed in the summer from Real Madrid. Here's Pavlovic for AC Milan. Akanji wins it back for Inter. Here's Balea. Of course, the Italian national team actually played here at San Siro last Sunday, and it wasn't great, I have to say, as Italy got absolutely battered 4-1 by Norway. Erling Haaland scored in that game, and that game actually officially confirmed Norway's position in the World Cup, and Italy will be in the playoffs where they face Northern Ireland, and if they beat Northern Ireland, they will play Wales or Bosnia and Herzegovina in the playoff final for a place at the World Cup. Of course, there is Christian Chivu, the Inter manager. Of course, you have to remember he was at Parma last season. I think he came in quite late, Chivu, into Parma, and of course he did quite well at Parma to keep him up. And of course now he's got a huge step up here at Inter. Gabbia is still down here for AC Milan at the moment, still receiving some treatment from the AC Milan medics. Of course, like I said earlier, AC Milan did go unbeaten last year against Inter. Of course, AC winning 3-0 in the Coppa Italia. I know, wait, how did they play? I know, I tell a lie actually. Was it unbeaten last season? Yeah, it was unbeaten last season. Oh yeah, because they played each other twice, didn't they? In the Coppa Italia, because I was in the semi-final, wasn't it? So, yeah, 5-2? Yeah, 5 times Inter and AC played last season. Of course, the first one was on the 22nd of September 2024, where Gabbia, who's the man down at the moment, actually scored in the 89th minute to win AC Milan that game. Then, of course, in the Super Cup, Milan won 3-2. That was in, I can't remember who. I can't remember who. It was. Oh, who is the new manager? It was like one of his first games. I can't remember now. But yeah, was it Pioli? It might have been Pioli, I'm not sure. But obviously, AC won 3-2 in the Super Cup. Then, of course, when AC Milan were at home in the league, that game ended 1-1. Then, of course, the two met in the semi-finals of the Coppa Italia. 1-1 draw in the first leg. And, of course, AC won 3-0 in the second leg. And, of course, as we know, AC did actually lose the final to Bologna. And that's why Bologna are actually in Europe. Because Bologna finished like 9th last season. But because obviously they won the Coppa Italia, it got them a spot into the Europa League. So we now resume. Bastoni out wide to DiMarco. He does well to skip past. I think that's Fofana. One back by Salamanca. They've been quite aggressive, I have to say, so far into in this game. Bastoni takes a quick throw in back here with the Italian centre half. Kalinoglu out wide now to Carlos Augusto. Of course, both sides, according to FotMob, lining up with a 3-5-2. So should be interesting, really, how like both teams deal with each other, like going forward and stuff like that. Of course, the Inter fans have got the left-hand side of San Siro, and I'm assuming AC have got the right. I mean, I did see something earlier on Twitter that Inter Milan haven't actually drawn a game so far this season, which is I was a bit kind of I don't know how to feel about it, really, to be honest. As Barella tries to find Martinez, but he did find him, but it wasn't a great first touch. And here's Leao for AC Milan driving forward, and he manages to. Well, I thought he would have tried and play it into Pulisic, and I think they wanted a free kick for that. AC Milan, well, Christian Pulisic did, but the referee waving play on. Here's the former Lazio man, Francesco Acerbi. Kanji. Modric now on the ball for AC Milan. Now it's with Pulisic. It is, and of course, there is Champions League games midway. Well, it is European week anyway. And Inter actually have got Atletico Madrid in the Champions League. And of course, Inter and Atletico, I think, played the friendly during one of the international breaks. So Simeone and Chiva might know a little bit about each other going into that game. Of course, as we know, AC aren't in Europe because they were quite diabolical last year. But I think the way things are going at the moment, we probably might see AC Milan back in Europe. Always done brilliant there, Rafael Leao, but Pulisic wanted him to try and run onto that, but he didn't. But they are. Here's Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Akanji into Carlos Augusto. Good high pressing there from Rabiot, and it's switched across, or tried to be switched across to DiMarco from Martinez, but it's the Englishman Fikayo Tomori. I mean, isn't it mad, by the way, how Tomori's gone from Derby County to AC Milan? I mean, crazy stuff. It's a bit of a shame as well, really, that Tomori isn't really picked in the England squad anymore. Oh, that's a risky challenge. I think the referee's given a corner, but that was a risky challenge from Fikayo Tomori. Goes sliding in. Did he win the ball? Let's find out. Here's a replay of it. Yeah, he just wins the ball before taking out Sukic. The Inter fans behind the goal wanting the penalty, but Tomori does win the ball, so he kind of gets a bit lucky, really, and it's a short corner. Decent ball into the box. AC Milan struggling to clear it. Thuram's in there. Dealt with by, I think that's Christian Pulisic as Rabiot as well, to apply pressure to, I think that was Barella. And there is the CEO of Serie A who is at this game tonight. Modric wins it back. Here's DiMarco now. Sukic. Of course, there are more big games upcoming in Serie A. Of course, next weekend, two big games. Next Saturday is AC Milan against Lazio. I mean, I can't stream that game because I'm actually going to Tottenham versus Fulham. But next Sunday actually is first versus second as it stands. Roma against Napoli at the Stadio Olimpico, which that should be quite a good game. And it's another corner for Inter. They've had a couple of corners so far, Inter, in the opening 15 minutes. You hear the squeals from the AC Milan fans who are probably up in the gods of the San Siro. Probably a couple of them dashed in the home end. DiMarco swings it in towards the back post, which is dealt with by someone for AC Milan. There's Sukic has a go. And just wide from the midfielder. And it will be a goal kick for AC Milan. A decent touch as well, but just fired wide from Inter's number 8. Cleared forward by Manyan. As Liao trying to get on the end of that, but Jan Sommer was very quick to come off his line there. It's quite end-to-end at the moment, which I like. Here's Rabiot driving forward here, plays it out wide. Batistalgi puts it into the box. Liao's in there. Oh, Batistalgi's there. Who is that then? It might have been Salamakers, actually. I think it was Salamakers, I'm not sure. Is I'm a Celeb recorded? Let me check. Oh, probably what? Yeah, it is recorded. Tomori wins that header. Liao trying to flick it on. Modric flicks it on, though. It's looking promising. DiMarco clears it away. That'll be a good game next week, by the way. Roma versus Napoli. That'll be a great game. Here is Pavlovic. Pavlovic again. Decent ball over the top, but can't find anyone in red. But it comes out to Batistalgi. Rabiot. Pulisic. Rabiot. Batistalgi puts it in first time. It's a low-driven one, which is comfortably cleared away by Acerbi. He wins that header. Modric wins it back, and now it's Inter who are sat behind the ball at the moment, making it difficult for AC Milan to break through. Here's Rabiot. Çalhanoğlu wins it back. Modric winning it back again. Now it's Inter's turn to break forward. Kept in play by Barella, who switches it beautifully. And Salamakers wins it off Marcus Thuram, who does go down, the Frenchman, but Salamakers telling him to just get up, really, and get on with it. Which is fair enough, I guess. Here's Martinez driving forward. No, that wasn't even Martinez. And of course, the next games up for these two, of course, like I said earlier, Inter travel to the Wanda Metropolitano. They take on Atletico Madrid in the Champions League, but their next game in the league It's away at Peds, and of course, like I said, Lazio. I'm just giving it away. AC Milan at home to Lazio next week, and of course, that game Milan Lazio is on the 29th of November, and then just 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just 5 days later, the two actually meet again at the Olimpico in the Coppa Italia. So 5 day difference between when Inter and when AC Milan and Lazio play each other. Here's Tomori for AC Milan. Salamakers into Pulisic. Rabiot. Here's Luka Modric. Gabia. Like I said, it has been quite end-to-end at the moment. Pavlovic. Both teams just trying to get through each other's defence, but they're just finding it a little bit difficult to do that at the moment. Here's Tomori. Luka Modric. Pavlovic. Here is Sukic for Inter. Now it's with Thuram. 1-on-1 with Tomori. Thuram still going. DiMarco flicks it onto Sukic. Tries to find Barella, but can't really do so as Pulisic flicks it over the top. This will be a brilliant goal if it ends up in the back of the net. Now it's with Leao for AC Milan. They have got numbers forward, but a lot of blue shirts now back defending, and I think that counter-attack is pretty much over now. Fofana with failing. Don't know what happened there. Here's Sukic for Inter. Tries to find DiMarco, but decent defending from Tomori. Referee waves play on as Salamakers is driving down the right-hand side. Rabiot. This is looking promising for AC Milan. It's just about won back by Barella. Gabia. Martinez. Wins it back very good there. Barella. Picked up here by Modric. Salamakers goes down. It will be free kick for AC Milan. Batastargi. Here's Pulisic. Back it goes now with Mike Magnon. Magnon again. Oh, Ronaldo scored a bicycle. Oh, what a goal. How's Ronaldo doing that at 40? Bloody hell. Yeah, it's a good point, actually. Thuram hasn't really, I swear, most times I've watched Inter, Thuram hasn't been playing. But he's back playing now, which is good, I guess. Thuram. Sutic. Sutic again. Çalhanoğlu. DiMarco's making that run, and it's put behind by Gabbia for an Inter Milan corner. So here we go. Can Inter take the lead on Derby Day as the corner swung into the box? Oh, it's off the post. I'm not sure who it was. Might have been a Cherby. That's what Adam Summerton and Don Hutchinson are saying, but best chance of the game that so far, really. Sukic. Trying to find Thuram, but can't do so, and the pass will be collected by the goalkeeper for AC Milan, Mike Maignan. Rabiot. Here's Battistaghi switching the play across now to Fikayo Tomori. Excuse me. But yeah, of course, the Champions League is on this week, so stay tuned to Champions League predictions. I don't know. Actually, I don't know if I can record it tomorrow. That's a good point. When am I gonna record it? Chance here. Oh my god, that was close. Well, foul's been given anyway. I don't know. When am I gonna record it? I might just do it. Actually, I might do it when I get home from college tomorrow. Because I finish at 3:25 tomorrow. I get the bus. Get the bus back if I make the bus on time. Make that bus. I should be home by about 4:00. Yeah, I might just do that. That's obviously if I make the bus, which I think I will. I should anyway. I normally get let go like about 5 minutes early, so it gives me a little bit of time, I guess. But anyway, there are a couple of big games really in the Champions League. You got Marseille, Newcastle, Chelsea against Barcelona, Man City, Leverkusen. You got Liverpool against PSV. Of course, Atleti versus Inter. Arsenal, Bayern, PSG versus Spurs. Oh, for fuck's sake, man, we're going to get absolutely annihilated by PSG. I mean, even some of the small games are quite interesting, really. I mean, I tell you what. By the way, Bodo Glimt versus Juve will be an interesting game. I think. I might watch a bit of Ajax Benfica as well. Is that the PSG president? I swear that was Al Khalefi. What's the PSG president doing at the Milan derby? I swear on my mum's life that was Al Khalefi. Weird that. But yeah, man. I mean, the games I'm watching Champions League, Chelsea. I'm watching Chelsea and Newcastle on Tuesday. And then, of course, I'm going to be watching Spurs get absolutely whitewashed by PSG. Seriously, if we play how we did today, we are getting absolutely battered by PSG. I've got no hope. I've generally, to be honest, I've just lost hope in this team, man. We're so bad. I mean, the way we turned up today against Arsenal was fucking embarrassing. Genuinely embarrassing. Here come in some AC Milan, sorry. Modric on the edge of the box. Gives the ball away. Half an hour gone. Still waiting for the first goal in this Milan derby. Maybe it might come now. Maybe it won't come now because the cross taking a deflection off Bastoni and collected by Jan Sommer. And there is Giuseppe Marotta, who is, I think, the president of Inter Milan. Wonder what he's made of what he's seen so far. I mean, in all honesty, it's been quite an end-to-end game, in my opinion. I think both teams have played quite well. Just both teams are struggling to get in behind and create some chances. Here's a kanji. Augusto. A kanji. Of course, not a good result for Manchester City on the weekend, losing away at Newcastle. 2 goals for Harvey Barnes in that game. Here's Rabiot, who's driving forward here for AC Milan, but now it's with Fofana. Here's Shlohinja Pavlovic. Batastargi. Here's Rafael Leao. Pavlovic. And just gets his foot in a bit wrong there, and it will be an Inter throw-in. And there is Paolo Scaroni, who is the AC Milan president. I wonder if Zlatan's in the house tonight. He probably is. He's normally at most AC Milan games. Oh, my legs feel really squashed. Problem is, yeah, if I'm sat like this, I always have to when I'm commentating, I don't like leaning, like lying down. Pavlovic. Modric. Here's Carlos Augusto. And bundled over there by Rabiot. It will be a free kick, of course. It isn't just obviously Champions League this week. There's also Europa League and Conference League on as well. Of course, Aston Villa at home to Young Boys. Big game for Celtic away at finals. Rangers taking on Braga. Nottingham Forest taking on Malmo in a repeat of the 1979 European Cup final. Of course, Roma in the Europa League. They're at home to Midtjylland. I think is there any other Italian teams in the Europa League? I don't think there is. No, there's not. No, I don't think there is. So, yes, of course, that's who Roma got. There's some other big games as well elsewhere, to be fair. You got Porto against Nice. Who else is playing? Oh, I forgot about Bologna. Bologna at home to Salzburg. You got Genk against Basel as well. Lyon away at Maccabi Tel Aviv. A couple of decent games there in the Europa League. And, of course, meanwhile, in the Conference League, obviously, Crystal Palace are away at Strasbourg. Of course, Strasbourg, their manager is Leon Rossini, of course. Shamrock Rovers are at home to Shakhtar Donetsk, which will be a big game for them. A big game for Fiorentina as well. Of course, the first European game. Or is it second, actually? I think his first game was the European game. I thought, what's the manager's name? I forgot what his name is. What's his name? Paolo Vinali, that's it. Oh, what a save. Not onto the play, I wasn't really watching. When was his first game against? Was it Mainz? I have a feeling it was Mainz. It might have been after. Yeah, it was actually. So it won't be his. Well, I'll tell you what it will be. It will be Paolo Vinoli's first home European game. Big game actually for Fiorentina against AEK Athens, well-known club over in Greece. Tell you what, that could be a good game as well. Legia Warsaw against Sparta Prague. That could be a good game. Who Mainz got? Mainz against that Romanian team who I can't really pronounce. Shelburne away at AZ Alkmaar. Goal kick is given to AC Milan, which I don't think DiMarco is too pleased about. We've got less than 10 minutes till half-time at San Siro, where it is still Inter 0, AC Milan 0. Here's Christian Pulisic, kind of getting bundled over there. Well, kind of, you could say, just nudged off the ball a little bit by Akanji. The referee doesn't give anything. And now here's Hakan Çalhanoğlu for Inter. Driving forward into AC Milan's half. Here's Barella now. Martinez back to Barella. Manuel Akanji. Bastoni. DiMarco. Sukic. Here's Acerbi. Augusto. Here's Barella. Augusto wins it back again. Martinez. Barella does really well there to nick first ahead of Christian Pulisic. Inter just working it from left to right at the moment, trying to find a way to get past this Milan brick wall. Here's Barella. Now it's with DiMarco. Tries to play it into Sukic, but it's won back by Salamakers. And it will be a Milan throw-in. Did well there, Alexis Salamakers. Here we go. 5 minutes till half-time. Here come AC Milan. Pulisic's going all the way. Rabiot. Batasthagi puts it into the box. Too high for Pulisic. Hit first time and over the bar from Salamakers. Good chance, that. Of course, next Sunday is the battle of the top two. As it stands, if this game... Well, actually, it won't be the battle of the top two because Inter are actually second anyway. But it is still a big game. As it stands, it will be first against third between Roma and Napoli. What a huge game that will be. Of course, AC Milan, they got a big game next weekend as well as they take on Lazio. Of course, AC Milan facing Lazio twice in 5 days. Of course, once in the league at San Siro. And of course, AC will then travel to the Olimpico in the Coppa Italia. How did PSG get on this weekend in Liga? Well, they won easily 3-0. Batasthagi. Gabia. Here's Luka Modric. I feel like the midfielders for both teams have been... Oh, and I think Chiva just getting in the way there of Rabiot there. As Rabiot trying to take a quick throw in, but Chiva was just stood in the way there. But yeah, like I was saying, the midfielders have been quite important in this game. Çalhanoğlu, Sukic, Barella have been quite busy. Modric and Fofana have been quite busy. I haven't seen much of Fofana and Modric. Did I say Fofana? I meant to say Modric and Rabiot haven't really... Well, I tell you, like Modric and Fofana have been quite busy. We haven't really seen... I haven't seen much of Fofana in this game, in my opinion. I think the midfield's the area which is being most used and been the most important in this game at the moment. Here's Pulisic though, and he gets it back. Pulisic has a go, and I thought it was in for about half a second. It just goes wide, and like I said then, that came from AC Milan's midfield, and in particular Adrian Rabiot and Pulisic nearly finding the bottom corner, but just going wide to the right hand side of the goal. I mean, and there's stats to prove it. Distance covered: Çalhanoğlu 5.5 kilometers, Sukic 5.4. Here's Barella for Inter. Akanji back with Barella. Akanji once again. Here's Sukic, Croatian midfielder. A lot of people back in Croatia have been, they're quite excited to see Sukic in the future. Maybe he is the next Luka Modric, who knows? Barella. Çalhanoğlu, great flick on there from Thuram. And now it's with DiMarco, looks to put it into the box, but great defending by Salamanca's. He's had a good game, to be fair, as well. Salamanca's. He's been up and down on that right hand side for AC Milan. Here's Barella, as we are about to find out how long is added on. I don't think it'll be a lot, to be honest. Salamanca's. And acrobatic clearance there from Salamanca's. 3 minutes added on at the end of the first half in the 245th Milan derby, where we still are awaiting the first goal. Of course, AC Milan and Inter Milan playing each other 5 times last season, and Inter not winning one of them. AC actually going unbeaten against their city rivals last year. September 2023, I think you have to go back. Here it is. The 16th of September 2023 was the last time. Oh no, tell a lie. The 22nd of April 2024, sorry. The last time Inter beat AC Milan, where Acerbi and Thuram scored on that day. And there was 3 red cards all in the 90th minute. Dumfries, Hernandez and Calabria all getting sent off in the 90th minute. Yeah, so it wasn't September 2023. It was April 2024. Last time Inter beat AC Milan in this game. And that should be a foul, and it is going to be a foul. It was a pretty nasty challenge there. I think it was from Rafael Leao. Was it Leao? I'm not really sure. Yeah, it was. And he has been shown a yellow card for it. Yeah, just catching the top of Barella's ankle there, Rafael Leao. Kind of just lunges in a little. It kind of, well, it's not really lunging, it's kind of more stretching Leao to make that tackle, but I think he just gets it all wrong. And the 4th official just having a bit of a conversation with Allegri. I don't know why Allegri's, with all the hand movements. I don't know what that's all about, but okay. And the Inter fans jumping up and down on the other side of the stadium as the free kick goes in from Çalhanoğlu. It's not a bad one. Leao does well to clear it. Here's Modric. Are we going to get a goal before half time? Was it kept in play? No, it's not. It isn't kept in play there by Rabiot, and it will be Inter's throw-in. Well, Inter have 15 seconds to try and get a goal, but I don't think that's going to happen, let's be honest. Was it kept in play? Nah. And there is the halftime whistle, and it is goalless in the Milan derby, but it's been quite a good game considering it is 0-0. Both teams have had a lot of the ball, tried to create chances, had a couple of chances there and then. So the halftime score in the Milan derby, it's Inter 0, AC 0. Right, we're back for the second half. It has just kicked off. Well, it kicked off about 20 seconds ago. But yeah, I mean, timed that quite well, to be fair, in the shower. But will we get a goal? Will we see I don't know, really, a goal? Some action? I don't really know, in all honesty. But we will have to see. I'm going to have to check if there's been any changes at half time. Obviously, I'll double check in a minute. But yeah, we'll have to see, really. We will have to see what happens. Almost lab starts in 3 minutes. Fairness, I could just put the game on it on I'm a slab on this actually. I'm going to do that. Let me log on to ITVX quickly. Here's Martinez. Do I need to log in? Yeah, I need to log in. Hey, there we go.
Here's the turkey. What's happened? I had enough of you. That's what happened. Pointless disagreements. That's what makes it crisis.
Hopefully that isn't too loud. Hopefully that isn't too loud. I might put it over here so. I don't want it to be too loud. Chance for Inter. It's going to be a corner. I have a feeling it's a bit too loud. I want to hear it though. So here we go. Corner for Inter. As we approach the 5 minutes into the second half, flicked on and it's cleared away from Batistagi. Don't think there has been any changes. It's a good tackle there. Barella. Here's DiMarco back with Barella. Here's Hakan Çalhanoğlu for Inter. Echelbi. Sukic. He's done very well there. Sukic driving forward. Now it's with Thuram. Thuram. Modric's there with the defensive work. A lot of red shirts back defending here for Milan. Inter will go again with Bastoni. Marcus Thuram. Thuram! And nearly spilt by Magnon, but he manages to hold on to it, the AC goalkeeper. Of course, results throughout this weekend in Serie A. Of course, it kicked off yesterday, a 3-3 draw between Cagliari and Genoa. So De Rossi is still unbeaten at the moment. 3-0 win for Bologna. They're actually now up to 4th place, Bologna. And Bologna are actually only 3 points off Roma, who are top of the league. So maybe it could be a title charge for Bologna. Who knows? 1-1 draw between Fiorentina and Juventus. Decent result really for the new Fiorentina manager, Paolo Vanoli. Not a great result for Juve as they head to Bodo Glimt in the Champions League. The champions Napoli 3-1 winners against Atalanta last night. And of course today, 2-1 win for Parma against Verona. Big win for them. Roma, who are top of the league as it stands, 3-1 win at Cremonese. 2-0 win for Lazio earlier against Lecce. And then, of course, it's currently 0-0 in this game. But then 2 games tomorrow, 5:30, it is Torino-Como. And 7:45 is Sassuolo taking on Pisa. Oh, what a save! And the rebound's put in from Christian Pulisic. And deadlock, it's broken. And it's AC Milan who have first blood on Derby Day. That's come out of absolutely nowhere. Christian Pulisic gives AC Milan the lead. Let's just take a look. Inter just get hit on the counter attack. They just spread it from left to right. And there was Salamakers with the original shot, forcing a decent save from Jan Sommer. But that save from Sommer falling straight to the path of Pulisic. He says, thank you very much. And AC Milan have first blood on Derby Day. And let's see what response we get from Inter. They're now up to second. AC. Inter drops to 4th. Bologna dropping out of the top 4. I mean, this is... Man, look at 3 points from Roma in 1st to Bologna in 5th. Crazy. They could get another one here, AC Milan, as Pulisic goes down. But I think it was a good tackle, to be fair, overall. Can't hear it. Right, hopefully I won't get copyrighted.
This part hasn't moved in many years. But up there. Yeah, I'm getting those definitions.
I don't feel like I'm missing out on the morning workout. I mean, I'm pretty much carrying those pots and pans around and cleaning them and getting everything ready for breakfast.
Can we do community meeting?
Bastoni. Here is DiMarco in to have around half an hour to try and change this game. Of course, if Inter do win, they will go top on goal difference. But I'm sure Roma fans will be quite happy with the way this game's going at the moment. And they could get a second. AC Milan, there's Rafael Leao's in. And Pulisic, the ball just goes away from his feet. So unlucky there. But again, really nice counter-attack that from AC Milan. And now here come Inter with Sukic. Now it's with DiMarco. Puts it in first time. And Augusto hits it. Great defending. Tomori. Sukic. Bastoni out wide to DiMarco. Turan picks it up. Bastoni, and it's over the bar. Here is Bastoni who wins it back. Çalhanoğlu for Inter. Barella. Thuram. Back to Barella. This is a great opportunity and it's going to be a goal kick. Augusto thinks it should be a corner. But Inter really going for it now. They're, getting some nice patterns going. I think, is it Barella who's been booked there? I'm not too sure why he's been booked, but it's what it is. Susic puts it in. Here's DiMarco. And the cross, taking a bit of deflection. It's all been Inter really since Pulisic has put the ball in the back of the net. Bastoni. Sukic into DiMarco. Back with Sukic again. Barella. Good defending there from Modric. And yeah, again, look at that. It's just a string of passes and Milan are going. Here's Rafael Leao, one-on-one with Akanji. Leao's going to try and go on his own. And he's stopped by Manuel Akanji. And now it's Inter's turn to go forward. But they have so many, there is so many, Milan players back defending. Sukic. Babea. Here's Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Bastoni looking to put it into the box, which he does so. Martinez is in there and Magnon throws himself onto the ball. Did the flag go up? I'm not too sure. I think it was handball anyway on Barella. And we're going to see the first change of the game with 25 minutes to go. And Yohan Boni. And he'll be coming on, for the captain, Lautaro Martinez. I'm assuming he's saving Martinez for the trip to Madrid. Of course, Inter in Champions League action against Atletico Madrid in the week. So I'm assuming that's why he's coming off, or I don't really know. But on goes Boni for Inter. Can he be the difference for Inter in the final 25 minutes that remain in this Milan derby? If you are just joining the stream, AC Milan lead Inter in the Milan derby. Christian Pulisic with the goal after the shot from Salamanca, saved by, or pushed into the path of Pulisic from Sommer. I have to say that it has been all Inter, I do think, since AC scored. As Barella over the top. I was going to say, I do expect the flag to go up there, and it did on Marcus Thuram. Yeah, just time goes a little bit too early there, the Frenchman. Of course, AC Milan with another big game against Lazio next Saturday. And of course, on the 4th of December, 5 days after the 29th, the AC will play Lazio again, but this time in the Coppa Italia. Here's Modric. Tomori. Salamanca's Rabiot. Batistaghi puts it in. Out comes a flying Jan Sommer. Fofana to Salamanca's. Salamanca's puts it in. Leao's in there, and the last touch is off Akanji. And it will be an AC Milan corner. course, as things stands, it will be 1, 2, 1, 2. It will be 6 games unbeaten for AC Milan in Milan derbies. Of course, Inter, last time they beat AC was the 22nd of April 2024. Salamakers puts it into the box. Cleared away though by Alessandro Bastoni. Salamakers. Here he is again. Now it's for Fafana who has a go, and it's comfortably claimed by Sommer. Of course, next Sunday it's Roma versus Napoli, which should be a very good game. Of course, there's some of the AC Milan fans. Nearly 20 minutes to go. Can Inter find the way back into the game? Here's Bastoni. Nicola Barea. Decent ball over the top. It's kept in play on that far side. Here's Manuel Akanji. Sorry, I was just... Oh, hold on, there's VAR. Don't know what they're checking for, but there's VAR. What are they checking? Or it might be a possible penalty for Inter. Oh, who's that? It's Pavlovic on Thuram. Just kind of stamps on his foot, really. Oh, yeah, you just go in a little bit late there. Hold on. I think he's going to give this. Oi, Winnie. Oh. Here we go, moment of truth. And it's a Inter Milan penalty. They've got a chance to get back into the game. Pavlovic has been booked. It is a lifeline for Inter to get back into the game. It was a late challenge from Pavlovic on Thuram. And it's going to be the former Inter man, Hakan Çalhanoğlu, to make it 1-1 with about 18 minutes left, I think. Can Çalhanoğlu get back into the game? The referee has blown the whistle. It's a deep breath from the Turkishman. Çalhanoğlu steps up. And it's denied from Manyan. And the opportunity to get back into the game is denied by Mike Manyan. Oh, hold on. I thought he was checking to see if he's off his line or not, but it's not. But great save from Manyan. Opportunity gone. Rats. Here come Inter and John Bonny tries to put it back on for anyone. DiMarco has a go. Straight to the goalkeeper. Sukic. This is brilliant feet. What a run this is from Sukic. He's going to let it go out for a corner. Corner's taken. Salamakers. It's defo spiders, ain't it? It's defo spiders. Told ya. So. So a change for Inter as the Polishman Peter Zielinski replaces Çalhanoğlu. Inter Milan have 13 minutes to try and get something out of this game. And I think Loftus-Cheek's just come on then as well. I think, was it? Oh no, it wasn't actually. Samuel Ritchie coming on for Fofana. Don't know what. Why did they get Loftus-Cheek from? I have no idea. DiMarco. Here's Sukic. But there. Acerbi. Bastoni. Here's DiMarco. Trying to find Bastoni. Tamori puts it out for a throw in. I still think it's all been Inter really since AC scored. I mean, of course, they did have the opportunity. Çalhanoğlu missed the pen. He missed it. Bastoni. Here's Acerbi back to Bastoni. There's a low-driven cross. Here's Samuel Ritchie. Clears it away. And Cuckoo's on the chase as well. He's come on for Pulisic. DiMarco. 10 minutes to go. Can AC Milan hold on for what would be a huge win against their city rivals? Brilliant from Sukic. Corner. Sukic has been very, very good tonight for Inter. One for the future. One for the future. Petar Sukic. DiMarco. Oh, brilliant turn from Angion Bonny. Here's Balea. Zielinski. Balea. Angion Bonny. Modric tries to clear it. It's a little bit of a tumble between, I'm not sure who it is. Referee waves play on Inter as Inter still are in possession. Time's running out for Inter in this game to get a goal. Bastoni. Sukic. It's Barella for Inter. 7 minutes to go. Ball in towards the far post, and there is Mike Magnon, who goes down, takes a couple of seconds on the floor, gets back up. And now we're going to see Esposito and someone else coming on for Inter. So, of course, as things stand, Roma are leading the way going into match day 13. 27 points. Of course, Roma are facing against Napoli next week, which is a huge game. AC Milan do play the day before, so they can go top AC Milan if they win. If they win against Lazio next Saturday, AC Milan will go top. And of course, Napoli in third, Inter in fourth. Of course, Inter still have time to get a win here. Of course, they've got Pisa next Sunday, I think. We're going to see a double change. It's Acerbi and Barella who are going off. So Esposito is coming on. And the Frenchman, Andy Diouf, the midfielder, coming on for Inter. 5.5 minutes left. Can Inter get something? Or will Milan have the opportunity next weekend to go top before that massive game between Roma and Napoli at the Stadio Olimpico? Leao, Zielinski, Augusto, Modric clears it forward. No more available changes for Inter. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, the former Chelsea man, is coming on. And it will be Rafael Leao, who's had a decent night. He'll be coming off for the Englishman. Four minutes to go. It's Thuram. Sukic. Voice crack. DiMarco towards the far post. It goes. And a little collision there, and it will be an AC Milan free kick. Who is due for the foul on Rabiot? Bastoni. Here's DiMarco. Clears it forward. Flicked on to Jan Bonny. Akanji has a go. And straight at Mike Magnon, who'll take his time. I don't think it was even Akanji. I'm not going to lie. Was it? I think it might have been Juice. Yeah, I think it was. Manuel Akanji. Juve. Peter Zielinski. Juve. It's still with Juve. It's, oh my God, that was very, very poor from Angie on Bonnie. Just needed to keep it down, but he really did not do that. Another AC change is upcoming. There he is. I told you he'll be in attendance. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Modric. Handball given. Free kick for Inter. How long are we going to get? AC Milan just looking to hold on. Looking to go up to second place in the table. They will go above Inter as it stands. 2 points they go behind Roma going into the next set of fixtures next weekend. Goal kicks given for AC Milan. Don't think Esposito's too pleased with that. Was there a slight touch off Pavlovic there? I'm not too sure. Here we go. We have got 5 minutes of added time. AC Milan have 5 minutes to hold on for another win against Inter. As it stands, it's 6 games unbeaten, AC Milan, against their city rivals. And another win for Massimiliano Allegri against Inter. He just loves playing the Nerazzurri, whether it's with AC or Juventus. Zielinski. Zielinski once again. Akanji. Sukic. DiMarco. Bastoni. They need to get it in. They need to do something, Inter. Juve. Zielinski, every player back defending for AC Milan. They're trying to work a way around this AC defence into his Juve. Balls it across, Modric. Now with Rabiot. Why is he just not clearing it? Eventually he does, but not as far as Peter Zielinski puts it in. Thuram can't get there. DiMarco. Manuel Akanji. Juve. Juve puts it in. Pavlovic wins the header. Sukic. Marcus Thuram. Thuram blocked by Modric. Loftus-Cheek wins it back as he gets Milan forward. Still going here, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. It's about a 3-on-7 here. Loftus-Cheek goes down. Oh, what? I thought it was an AC free kick, but okay. Here's Angie on the Bonnie, who of course was with Christian Chivu at Parma. That's gone out. What? I thought that went out for me, but linesman says otherwise. Alessandro Bastoni. 2 minutes left. Is there a way for Inter to get something out of this game? Juve. It's a corner for Inter. Well, they had an opportunity to equalise from the penalty spot. Hakan Çalhanoğlu penalty. Hakan Çalhanoğlu's penalty was saved by Mike Maignan. Mike, oh my God, I cannot speak. Anyway, in goes the corner. Not a proper clearance there. Zielinski, they've just got to get it in the box here, Inter. Here is Di Marco. Switches it back across. Bastoni. Appeals for handball. Di Marco keeps it in play. And the flag goes up. And nearly there, Milan. They're very, very close. Well, the 5 minutes are nearly up. And Christian Pulisic looks like he's won it. And he has won it. AC Milan have bragging rights. Milan is red once again. It's 6 games unbeaten for Milan against their city rivals. Celebrations from the AC Milan players. Christian Pulisic's goal nearly 10 minutes into the second half was enough to win the game for AC Milan. Inter did have the opportunity. Anyway, like I said, I got a bit distracted there. Oh, Bastoni's not happy. Don't know what happened there. But Inter had the opportunity to equalise through the spot. There's the AC Milan fans. They're loving it. They've beaten Inter once again. But like I was saying, Inter had the chance to score from the spot. But Maignan said no to Çalhanoğlu. But yeah, that was a big win for Milan. Big win. They now go second place. 2 points they are behind Roma. And of course, Milan beat Lazio. And the Roma game goes in their favour. Milan will go top going into game week 14. Serie A is world class. It's such a good league. How can you hate this league? I don't know. But yeah, full time in the Milan derby. Inter 0, AC 1. Woo! But yeah, thank you for joining. And I'll see you soon. Arrivederci.